Hi everyone, and welcome back to Gridiron and Grace. Today I'm going to be sharing a refresh in my laundry room. We're going to start by adding some more tobacco baskets and baskets of that sort to my wall in there. I already have that wall decorated, but a few of the baskets that I put up there originally, they have fallen down just because of the texture of them. So I pretty much just have tobacco baskets on that wall, and then I'm going to be adding a few more. I'm also going to be adding some more wreaths in some of them. I like to put a greenery wreath in a lot of those, and it just makes such a statement. You walk into our laundry room from our carport to get into our main living area, and so that is the first room that a lot of guests see when they come into our home. And so I can't wait to refresh that wall and also a few other areas. I have a new large sign that I'm going to be adding, and then also a shelf that I'm going to be revamping. I do have some decor on that shelf, but I'm going to be changing a few of those pieces out for some different pieces that I have thrifted and found at antique stores recently. So I can't wait to bring you along for the process. But today is an extra special video because it is a collaboration with my sweet friend, Miss Susan, over at the Old So-and-So. If you do not follow her channel, I highly encourage you to go over and check her out. She shares some of the best things. She takes you thrifting and shows you thrift hauls. She also has an antique booth in a local antique mall, and so she shows you some items and treasures that she puts in there, and she just has some of the best antique and vintage items that I have seen. And she is the absolute sweetest soul. Whenever we were messaging back and forth about doing this collaboration, she said that she wanted to send me some treasures to use in my home, and specifically for my laundry room. So she sent me a box full of goodies, and I'm going to share that with you before we start decorating today. But definitely go over, check out Miss Susan's channel, let her know you came over from Gridiron and Grace. And if you happen to be coming over from the Old So-and-So, I would love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel and joining my family here on YouTube as well. So before we start decorating, I am going to show you the items that Miss Susan so kindly shared with me. I love them all, and I will treasure them forever. She has such a wonderful collection of all things vintage and antique, and I'm just so honored that she chose to share a few of those treasures with me. So we'll go through this kind of quickly so we can get to revamping our laundry room. But the first thing she sent me is this wooden bowl piece, and I thought this would be cute to like display a old vintage soap or something on. Lots of different ideas for this, but I love this piece. So this is the first thing she sent me, and I thought this was so adorable. It's this little old wooden iron, and does have the clothespin attached. I love this piece. I think that's so sweet. This would be cute stood up or laid down. I'm definitely going to find a place for this on my shelf. And then she also sent me this wooden riser as well. You can display lots of things on top of stuff like this. I don't have one like this, so I thought this was really neat. One of my favorite things she sent me was this collection of old clothespins. I do have a mason jar in there that I have some made to look old clothespins that I ordered off Amazon years ago when we lived in our trailer. These are true antique clothespins. So I don't know if I'm going to add it to my collection that I have or put them in something different, but I love these. These are one of my favorite things. Next, she sent me a few pieces that are going to be perfect for my laundry room. So she sent this vintage soap, and it's still in the package, and this was what I was saying that I thought would be cute even displayed on something like this, but this is going to be really cute in my laundry room. Definitely finding a space for this. And then also this vintage drift box. I love this. You can see how old it is. So definitely excited to find a place for this. I love this like seafoam green color, and I have some blue and green touches in my laundry room, so I think this is going to be perfect to go along with that. And then also this box of Rinso as well. I think these are going to look really cute, just kind of like stacked together with that little soap piece displayed with it. And then she also sent me several little spools and things. Some of them still have the lace on them. This one has that on it as well. Love these. I think these would be really cute displayed in a crock or something. And then some are just the plain spools. So I don't know if all of these are going to go in my laundry room. I do display spools like this in my hutch behind me as well. So I might put some in there, some in my laundry room, just kind of play around with it. Another one of my favorite things is this beautiful crock. I love a crock. And I do not have one this size or shape. I really love the chocolate brown ones. I have been really drawn to those lately, and I have a few crock pottery pieces that are brown, but I don't have one like this. So I don't know yet if this is going in my laundry room or somewhere else, but I just love it. I was so excited to pull this out of my little box of treasures. She also sent me some vintage Valentine's Day cards. So I think these are so cute. So it was displayed in this. And it's not just Valentine's Day cards. There are different old recipes, and I love these so much. I'm probably gonna find a place for these here in my hutch in my kitchen, and some old recipe letter dividers. Love these. And then, like I said, it came in this vintage Valentine's Day card. I just thought that was so precious. Love these. I don't have any old recipes like that. And she shares my love for books. So she sent me several old books. This one, I love the worn pages of it. So it's this pretty brown color. Also got this one. This would be pretty in my laundry room because it kind of mixes those blue and green. So I might stack some of these up in there and display things on top of it. This pretty one. This one. And this one, again, that green color. I may take some of these, maybe display my crock and some of my, other pieces on them. I just had to play around with it when I get in there, but just to give you an idea of different ways to style these. So how kind of her to send me this. She absolutely didn't have to do that. And she also sent me her business card, the old so-and-so on YouTube, and then there is her booth location in case you want to screenshot that if you are ever in the area and would like to visit her booth. It's on my list of things I would love to do one day. I would love to visit her booth and check out all of her treasures there. So thank you again to Miss Susan for not only collaborating with me, but also sending me these beautiful treasures. You're such a kind soul, and I'm so glad that we have become friends through YouTube. Now let's get to refreshing my laundry room. So this is what my basket wall looked like before we refreshed any of it. As you can see, some of these baskets already have the hook because I'm going to be adding a greenery wreath to those. And then also on the wall, we have put some hooks. And then some of these empty areas, I'm going to be adding baskets and wreaths to these areas as well. And then also adding some on the other side. Putting some wreaths in some of the ones that are already here and just kind of finishing this space. Majority of these baskets came from Hobby Lobby. I do have a few that I picked up from antique thrift stores, but I got a lot of these baskets on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I definitely check clearance no matter what I'm looking for in Hobby Lobby, and several of these baskets have like small little imperfections, and so they will discount them, but I love an imperfection. It gives something even more character. And so Kenny's just adding these baskets to my wall and greenery wreaths in several of them. I do not put holes in my walls if I can avoid it. So to hang these, we are going to use command strips, and it holds them really well, especially when you can find the flat piece of the basket. It just makes it stay on the wall. And again, I love it when I don't have to put a hole in my wall. Now that all of the baskets and wreaths are hung up on the wall, we're going to start decorating this shelf. And I'm going to begin by adding some items that I had up here before. This oil lamp belonged to Kenny's Mimi, and I love displaying it here in our laundry room. And then I'm going to go in with this large mason jar of vintage looking clothespins. I ordered these off Amazon. There is a special story behind these nails. I've shared before that where we built our forever home is on Kenny's family land. Where we put our home is where his grandfather's old home place used to be, where his grandfather grew up. And several years ago, what was remaining of that home was struck down by lightning. And these are nails that were left behind after it burned down. And so we collected these and I put them in this jar. They have lived in a couple of different places in our homes, but I think my laundry room is the perfect place for them. I love to look up there and just have that piece of history right here in our laundry room. Now I'm going to be adding some of the treasures that Miss Susan so kindly shared with me, this little riser and this wooden iron, and then I'm also going to go in with some spools, and then I'm going to display some true vintage clothespins that she gave me on top of this mason jar with these nails. Moving to the other side, I'm going to put back my collection of washboards. This one was actually like a blue color. I thrifted it several years ago, and then Kenny chalk painted it white for me. But I love this one. It's so different because it has glass in the middle of it. And then all these other ones that I'm putting up here were thrifted over the course of the last probably year or two. Kenny did pick up one of these smaller ones for me, so I'm just going to kind of layer them in front of each other and create the look like I had up here earlier. These are 3 of the books that Miss Susan sent me, and I picked the ones that kind of had like a bluish green color to them because I think that just flows with everything else I have in my laundry room. And then right beside those, I'm going to go in with this brown crock that she also sent me. I didn't know if I wanted to use it in my laundry room or find another spot for it because I love it so much. I had several places that it would have looked great, but I did decide to put it right here in my laundry room. And then I'm going to go in with some of these floral picks. I actually got these from Hobby Lobby around the fall time, but I think the colors of them flow throughout my home for every season. Now I'm going to layer these pieces that she sent me, this drift and this rinso, and then I'm also going to add the old soap that she sent me, and I just think it looks great on here. I like that you can still see the smaller washboards kind of popping out behind it, but I love how all of these items look layered in front of each other. The last thing I'm going to do is add this old heavy iron back up here. I did have this up before, but I decided to lay it down, and I think it's the perfect spot right here in the front. The last thing we're going to do is hang my new laundry fluff and fold sign that I got a couple of months ago from Prattville Pickers. I love the colors of this, so Kenny's just measuring it. We did end up having to put some nails in the wall to hold it up there because there wasn't like a good spot on the back to put command strips. Alright friends, well I so hope that you enjoyed this little laundry room revamp, redecorate with me. Definitely go over and check out Susan's channel. I will have it linked down below in my description box, and I will see you in the very next one. Bye!